That is the sound of the jar of names. We shall pick out a name. Have one. This video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Beth Ashworth. Right, back in the name jar of names you go. Little name. Right, so then, welcome to a cup of tea and a podcast. There it is. Here is the cup of tea. And this right here is the podcast. Right then, so start off with the skip list. Yes, if you want to jump ahead to any part in this podcast, you can go down to my first comment or my comment, and you can skip to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's TV time, this week's book club, this week's question, and this week's goals. Yeah, there's an extra book club because there is some news. It should be TV time this week, which is why TV time's in it, but there's also some news about book club as well, so we're keeping that in. Anyway, update. Right, so first week into the big summer holiday of hopefully catching up on a load of stuff. Not really done much the first week. It's been sort of my recuperation from the last 2 weeks of college, plus college in general. That's what I feel like it's been. But today and yesterday, I feel like I've sort of got into a place now where I've started to get things on track. Because I've started creating lists, which is what I usually do. And that sort of helps me get sort of stuff done. I've not really done everything I wanted to do today, but I've done a lot of it in general. So I think, hopefully, I should be able to get caught up with everything now. Then hopefully things will start to happen. Hopefully, that's the theory at least anyway. But that's a little update for you. I was still behind on videos as well. This is out on roughly when the next podcast should be out. So hopefully we'll get caught up this week as well. But like I said, it's been a bit of a slumber, a bit of like a recuperation week, so I didn't really do anything. Plus, actually, no, internet was being poopy. Wasn't really uploading anything. It took like 3 days to upload one video, so it was like, ugh, internet, who needs it? Everyone. Let's go on to the topic then. So, this week, what videos are we getting in the next few days or so? Well, we've got this. This is the podcast. That's what you're listening to right now. And then later after this, hopefully soon after, we'll get... oh dear, I didn't say that in the update. We'll be having the 17th LP is... That stands for Let's Play if you didn't know. Explaining what the new Let's Play is going to be. Because we have finished Assassin's Creed Revelations. Good to talk about it now. But do you know what? No. I'll talk about it in the next podcast. Because we're a bit behind on these videos, I'll wait for it to settle in a little bit. And obviously you'll see the next video is going to be about it anyway. So you can find out what it's going to be in that if you didn't watch the last Assassin's Creed Revelations. Which is kind of linked to this week's question as well. So it's all connected in the great circle of Let's Play. Or this is the podcast. Great circle of podcast. It's like it was planned. Okay, so then later... Oh, I'm saying this Monday. Ugh. And then after that, there'll be a Fable adventure video called The Bearded Bandit. I become a bandit and I'm wearing a beard, so Bearded Bandit, yeah, it's alliteration as well. Sounds cool. Tuesday, we have the first episode of the new Let's Play. So I might as well just tell you what it is anyway. Or should I? Do you know what? No, I'm going to keep it a secret. Yeah, we've got the new Let's Play starting on after the Bearded Bandit. It's called Finding Eleanor. Which is going to be linked to this week's comment as well, actually. So, again, it's all connected. I won't say what game it is, but you probably guess what that is anyway. Wednesday, we've got a Fable adventure called Goodnight Twinblade. And then Thursday, it's a bit misleading, that one, actually. I say Wednesday again. It's not the day's dates. It's just going to be out whenever it's out. Then after that, we've got a Fable adventure video called Teamwork. It's not Fable Adventure, it's the new Let's Play, sorry. Then after that, we'll have a Fable Adventure video called Legendary Acquirements. You can probably guess what we're getting in that. And then after that, we've got a pointing episode for Fable Adventure called Book of Pointing. And we have got my Cup of Adventure video out, one of them. Sorry, I've got hiccups. It's the E3 video, the conference call. 10 minutes, 12 minutes long, sorry. It's a bit of a podcasty thing, so if you're interested in games, you can check it out. I tried to keep it fast-paced, everything's quite quick and moving, so hopefully you'll enjoy it if you watch it. But it's not too bad. I try to keep videos under 10 minutes on that channel, but because that's a podcast, it's a little bit different, and I did say that at the beginning of that video, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. A few of you are actually in it. But anyway, this week's hint for the Couple of Adventure video, or the next one, is going to be a Marble Mason. Yeah, think of that as you will. Right, what's after the names? It's TV time, isn't it? It is. So this week, I've been watching The Musketeers. I've caught up with 3 of those episodes. So I'm now on episode 4, and it's all caught up. Second episode I felt was a bit meh, a bit weak, but after that it seemed to be quite good. I like how they've got that big actor in. What is his name? He was in Centurions. He was a cross-dresser in that film, and he's quite a good actor. I can't remember, but yeah, he's very good as the sort of like the decrepit uncle. He's a very, very good actor. There's something about this one that I feel like it's like the same thing with what was it in was it Falling Skies? Was that it? Where because it was cancelled, and it was like they said this is going to be the final series. It sort of felt a bit rushed and a bit weird, and I think that's the same with the Musketeers. It seems the same sort of feeling from that, like it's a little, because you know this is the last series. Maybe it's because you know it's the last series. It feels a little bit. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Like, it's getting better as the episodes go on. Game of Thrones, last one tonight. I'm going to watch it. Last episode, Battle of the Bastards, episode 9, was okay. I don't think it was the best one. I think Battle of Hardhome was much better. But this one was definitely a close second. I say much better than I say close second. Ugh. But yeah, I prefer Battle of the Batard. The Battle of Hardhome. But no, it was still a very good episode. But I preferred Hardhome. If you know what that is. If you don't know anything about Game of Thrones, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the last one tonight. I'll watch it and I'll let you know in 2 weeks what it was all about. Right, now, book club. Now, not talking about book this week for myself. I can, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep that for next week. We're talking about somebody else's book. And one of your books, actually. One of your books that you made, or wrote, or authored, or created. Horia has said that he is, speaking of book club, I'm about to send a novel I wrote to a publisher. I will let you know how it went when I get some answers. Yes, so definitely tell me, because even if it's a terrible book, which I don't think it will be, I think it'll be a good book, I will still buy it because you've made it, and I feel like you're part of the family, you know what? So I will definitely get it, and even if it's bad, but I'm sure it'll be good, because I've seen obviously what you've your knowledge is always quite on point with certain things that we do, and you seem to be very not analytical, that's the wrong word, very educated, I will say. So I think that will carry over well to book writing and authoring. And what is the term? Book writing? I think it will be well for writing books. Obviously, I do not have that ability. But yeah, so let us know if anything happens about it, and we'll see if it's on the shelf. Let me know. I'll pick up a copy. Or maybe you can send me a signed copy. Maybe. Okay, let's get on to the community section then. So, Mention Monday. These are the people that commented on last week's videos. I say last week, they were the last videos between now and the last podcast. We have 8 names. We have Eli Gannon, Overlord Master, Max Ravage, Horia, 40k Warrior Man, Nick Pro, Winterman 925, and 8-Ball Reaper. So thanks for commenting on the last videos. Nice to see Overlord Master is still here and with us. Nice to see you, mate. And Winterman 925, I believe I've seen before, but not often. So welcome back. Perhaps welcome for the first time. Not sure. Okay, let's go on to Q&A then. So we have 3 questions. We have one from the returning Overlord Master. It says, are you going to do anything for your 100 cup of tea in a podcast? I wasn't planning on doing anything. I don't really think I can do anything particular, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. I might take them into consideration. I might not. I don't know. We don't know these things. We will talk about them. Obviously, it's next week, and because it's off, it's not on the day it was supposed to be. It don't really feel like it's as special as it should have been. But alas, that is the way my videos work. Late and late, basically. And then we have Nick Pro, who says, hey JD, when should we play Helldivers, or is it cancelled? It is not cancelled. It will happen. I don't know when it will happen, but it will happen. Like, you know what I'm like. Things get left behind and have to catch up, and then we sort of go from there. But yeah, one day it will be done. Hoping sometime within the next 11 weeks now. Yeah, sometime in the next 11 weeks, hopefully. But obviously, I'll keep you up to date with that. Oh my god, I forgot to mention about the EU as well. Oh my god. The referendum. Britain's no longer part of the EU. Such a sad day. Such a sad, sad day. I remembered because Nick Pro's from Greece, and such a sad day. Oh well. Anyway, that brief thing is over. We're going to have a special question this week because it was on last week's videos before last podcast. But DragonLord55511 always comments on a question, so I'll keep it in this time because, due to the fact that he always provides content for the podcast, thanks to the constant questions he asks. Anyway, he says, hello Sir JD262, I know it's been a while since you heard from me, but as usual I have a question and a riddle for you. Question, in Fable, are you planning to buy one of the castles or luxurious houses and store all of your loot in hidden places? Right, I think you're thinking of Fable 2, because in this game you can't really buy a castle. I think you can in number 3, but not in number 1. You can only buy houses, and yes, to answer that question, I will be buying one of the houses. I've already bought a house in this week's episodes. Not sure which one it is, but I even named the house and I love it so much. Anyway, what's your riddle? Riddle, what is something that you always have with you, but is always about to leave, but seems to always leave it behind? Hint, it is one of the things that forensic science always uses against you, and you can commit a crime made of the oil on your hand and covered objects. I was going to say DNA, but I think it's probably a little bit more focused than that. I think it is fingerprints, but my second choice would have been DNA. Okay, question. This week's question, well, last week's question first was about the E3. What are you looking forward to and stuff like that? I've used some of these people's comments in the conference call video on Cup of Adventure. I specifically didn't use Nick Pro's, but I did use Nick Pro's from last week. You know how it is. Anyway, Eli Gannon says he's looking forward to Spider-Man because of the Insomniac game behind it. And yes, I've said in the conference call video, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. I definitely know where you're coming from. Max Pro says that he is... it's a big comment. Where am I looking? Good morning, anyone else? Question. I can't see anything. Where is it? How can I not see it? Maybe I made it up. Oh no, there it is, right at the end. He was pretty disappointed in E3. He says that the new God of War looks like The Last of Us, which is that a bad thing? I said that in conference call. New Final Fantasy, meh. I think it looks quite good. Crash Bandicoot, I hope they don't F it up. I do believe, yes, I agree with that. I think I've talked about that in the podcast, in the conference call as well. 40k Romance says that he's a bit apprehensive with E3 because of the Fallout 4 disappointment. I've actually left a question for you inside the conference call video as well, so if you check it out on Couple Adventure, then you can answer as well. And then Nick Pro, who we mentioned a minute ago, said he was surprised by the Skyrim remaster because it was not that long ago it was released. And Fallout 4 Nuka World, he was interested in, by the judging of the many question marks. And Overwatch looks good, he says. Watch Dogs 2 he thinks is good, and Horizon Zero Dawn, yes. And he says, too many games, I agree. Right, this week's question is related to something I mentioned earlier. It is about Assassin's Creed. I've noticed that there's only seems to be one person that comments on Assassin's Creed, and that's 40k Warrior Man. I know it's finished now, but I'm doing the rest of the games anyway, so I want to know, do you actually like Assassin's Creed? Like, I know obviously only 40k Warrior Man only comments on them. So I want to know if the rest of you do watch it, or you just don't comment, or you don't like it, that's why you don't comment, or whatever it is. And if you don't like Assassin's Creed because you don't watch them because you've played it and you don't want to see it again, is there a specific one where you will start watching? Because like I said, I'm going to do them all, so it'd be nice to know where you stand on this, because if I'm doing all of the Assassin's Creed games, it's always going to be part of the channel. I would like to know these things, so yeah, answer away. What is next? It is this week's comment. This week's comment is very topical. It goes to 40k Warrior Man. He says, if the door gets lost, then would it be finding Dory? No, I like that because 2 reasons. A, it's very, very funny and punny, and I love it. And because I said also, the new Let's Play, the first episode is called Finding Eleanor, which is obviously a play on Finding Dory as well. So that's very topical that you said that. It's like you were watching me while I was recording, and it's like, damn. He's watching, but yeah, I like that. It's very punny, and I love puns, so that is why that is this week's comment. What is next? Goals. So last week's goal was to catch up on videos. That failed because of internet and my restoration of myself. Recuperation, that's the word. But that was it, unfortunately. I did get one Couple of Adventure video up, which is good though. I wanted to do that. But this week, there is no real goals because obviously these videos are out of sync and out of order. But I've now got a video structure set up for the Couple of Adventure stuff. Like, I'm planning on doing one a day if I can, so hopefully get at least 2 out this week, just so that we can sort of keep on tracking, actually get forward towards being caught up. But that's this video's goal. Now, we can go on to the update. So I'm going to finish this cup of tea. And then end it, because that's about it. I feel like I should be saying something else, but I think I'm done. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, hopefully catch up with these videos by the end of next week, we'll see. That's one of the goals. But hopefully that's it. But yes, I will leave you now with a very special What Film, because I'll tell you at the end. So, what film? Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh. And if you translate that, that is an instant win for this week's comment. Happy deciphering.